So good evening guys, welcome to OTL Season 2, Round 5, France. I'm joined as always with Jensen. Are you here, young man? So Jensen, this evening we move to France. A track that demands a high speed, but I think people get a bit complacent at France with the style of runoffs it holds throughout the full circuit, so time penalties become quite a big factor at the circuit too. A recap from last week, we obviously had no live stream. OTL's moved to the Racing Hub, which is a new place where leagues can come to be part of one thing, one stream or one channel. So don't be scared to comment if you're interested in they kind of things too. So Jensen, France.
Oh yeah.
We have some
very easy
changes. Young Michael, or Mike R17 with the wheel, he made the change last week, but we're not got to speak about it live. He's had to transition back to wheel off the controller, found some pace. He was looking very strong last week. Start of the race didn't quite go to plan. Recovered reasonably. Maybe not to his full potential, but recovered somewhat. Nelly, you were saying, looks very strong pace-wise this evening.
Yeah, Nelly, very quick around France in the practice sessions that I've seen, for sure. SPW could be quick around here. Nelly and SPW.
The king of hard tyre. The hard tyre is a tyre that you can definitely use to the advantage here.
Oh, hard tyre is the main tyre to be used around here. I don't see anyone else not using. Can't see anyone not using it, to be honest.
I think sometimes we say we don't see anyone using it, and some of the OTL boys, they like to try to do a two-stop and something a bit different, so we could see that come into play. 18 strong in the lobby. Apparently there's a problem with the server I can't get. Oh, so evening Nelly, Mike, SPW, Mad G. Yes, Nelly, I really enjoy it too. It's a track I tend to do pretty well myself. I think it's probably, people will probably against me, but I think it probably has one of the nicest flows in the calendar. I think every corner connects with its next, the way it should.
Yeah.
Or the way I like it.
Much low speed, isn't there? It's just high speed. Yeah, it's just.
Where a Formula 1 car is alive.
Yes.
Because they are, we all know they are a bit of a, Formula 1 cars are not designed to go slowly, so in the slow speed corners though, it can be a bit of a handful.
I think, this is the first stream on the channel. Make it a good one.
Yes, new channel, new start, same guys, same faces, just different names, but everything remains pretty much the same. And me and Jensen will do our best to bring the best content possible on a Monday evening for OTL. Some changes coming up ahead as well. HOR is no more. We have WLR, is that right, Jensen?
WRL. Yeah.
WRL, I apologise. And dates, etc. have yet to be confirmed and days of stream. But the channel will bring the content that some, maybe if you tune in and you recognise the content that you may be seeing on another channel, it will be pretty similar. Maybe not just as much, and maybe some different things too, and some new things. The excitement of new directions. So let's get some data on the screen. Not a big scamper early in the session, so I better adjust audio before cars try and blow heads off, because that's always a... So Nelly's saying he's done 27 flats essentially.
On the soft, yeah. I think he putting in mid to low 28s as well on medium tyre, so
interesting stuff.
Good for him. Mike is already out.
One of our first drivers out, yep.
Mike is the first driver out.
Oh he is, he leads the pack.
soft tyres as well. Drivers be racing in the memory of Murray Walker also.
Yes, 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 the great.
As well.
Yes. Holds a special place in my life, Jensen does, Murray Walker, because it's probably one of the... Everybody talks about engine noises and the kind of... That's what encapsulated him, especially if you go back to the V8, V10 days, but Murray Walker's voice, before I even remember seeing F1 cars, that voice just sticks. So unique, so passionate. So yes, here's to the man himself.
Yeah, I never
Mr.
got to
F1.
Never got to experience that era, but
yeah, because he stopped in
sure
2001, of course. Oh, 2001 was his last season. It's crazy to think as well how generation changed. So you're a Martin Brundle child, if you want to call it that.
I would say so. More James Allen, I would say.
Ah, so here goes Mike to open his lap.
Started off there, but yeah, as you say, Mike to be the first driver to start a lap here in France.
Very easy, turn 1 and 2, very, very easy to pick up a lap invalidations. But it's also a very easy place that if you don't take it aggressive enough, you will hemorrhage a lot of lap time.
He's taking a very good run. Oh, he went a little bit wide there. That's such an easy corner to do as well.
SPW might be our next man. Yes, he is. So we'll get on board.
21.9.
So you're on numbers, man. You'll be able to tell the guys if that is competitive or not.
Yeah, it's okay to start off the session. See us set the times gradually getting quicker and quicker as the session goes on. So SPW at this rate is going to be the first driver to actually complete a valid lap. So coming from sector 2, 49.0. So I think he gets this lap done, maybe a mid to low 28 at the start of the session. Depends how the final sector goes, of course, but that's what I think so.
So SPW looks the man to set the benchmark time in the session so far. Certainly won't be as quick as lap of the session, small lock-up as he approaches the last hairpin. Spins that throttle at the last corner, small bit of wheel spin. Banks what looks like
off as well.
A 28Z flat.
And
so that's interesting. Officer to phase out in the medium compound tyre, but my game is showing me on softs.
31.6 for Mad G. I think it's going to be one of the AlphaTauris pushed up to 30.2 on the soft. Cebu floor at 29.4.
Officer Doofy's just about to bank a lap on his medium compound tyre as well. It looks like a 30.4. He puts himself P5, so becomes the leader of the medium compound tyre runners so far. Oh, I just tried to get to Tanner, and Tanner went P2.
Goes 28.7 on those softs.
We've got F. Lewis, who's been a very strong competitor thus far in OTL. He's coming to the line as well. He looks like he's going to be round about the 29 mark. Oh, he went a little bit off, 30.3. I am absolutely hopeless sure the man Jensen when it comes yet. I've just jumped on board and he looked very strong through 1 and 2 there.
Yeah, of course on those mediums, so he's going to get the lap done and dusted early. He should be able to go for another run, at least it's 22.2, sector 1. Wasn't the greatest sector 1, I'd say. And he could definitely go quicker, and
he's going to have a bit of traffic here. Hopefully this car is very compliant and gets round the hairpin pretty quickly. 3 cars actually, so this is going to benefit or cost him. Ranger's going to be on the inside of the track, right where Nelly wants to be. Still gets out of the way well. Car ahead notices he's coming. Gentex goes way to the right hand side.
40.5 at the moment. And we're coming to the final sector, and I think this is Nelly's strongest sector. You could get the soft compound tyre level times in the final sector. And he went a little bit wide there, but he's getting the line ready for the final corner. And I think this is going to be a high 28. And it is a high 28.
28 for Nelly, so interesting stuff. What other driver do we have? Gentex is he on a lap? I think he's just opening a lap. Gentex trying for the medium compound tyre as well, gents. So we have a few guys trying it. Whether they stay on that tyre is something we'll find out as the session goes on.
That Ferrari coming out to Paris. Let's go straight out again. Mikey on his outlap also. Mike also on the outlap. He's on the soft tyres again, so looks like Mike might be going for all out, going for the soft start.
Yes, which Mike as a driver, we know he likes the distance on the tyres. He likes a tyre that goes long. So maybe he's happy to go soft, get onto the hard tyre.
Or you can make it go long, maybe.
No, that's also a very good point.
You need to make these tyres, I'd say, if you want to go pushing fully on those hard tyres, you need to make these softs go about 7 laps. So you don't want to overdo them in qualifying.
Comes Gentex in his medium, sorry to jump on you there, Jensen. DRS open to the line. Just where he gets this time on. And he goes P10 with 30.8.
Very well done sector 1 for Mike, also 21.7.
Mike on his lap, we will jump on board.
A little bit wide in the chicane on the second part of that, but it's still going good. It's going to be a mid 48 sector 2. Not much of a high 48 actually. It's still going well. I think it's going to be a mid to high 27. When this lap comes together, of course. Actually, the car ahead of Mike as well. Mikey in the final corner.
No, yeah, jump on board with him just quickly as he's right there on the board.
He's going to jump up to P8 on those mediums.
Mike to the line.
Mike, he's going to take
and he does, so like
pole.
Just where you say, 27.8, Jensen. You are not wrong very often when it comes to telling lap times, that is for sure. Chopper Harris 2 times up in his first sector. I think he might be one of our next guys on a fast lap. Yeah, because the is on an out lap. Yeah. I'm surprised no teammates trying the toe as well, Jensen. There's a good bit of time in France to be gained in the toe, especially up the back straight.
I'd say especially at the start of sector 3 is a big one. Where Chopper Harris is coming through right now, he could toe all the way down to here into this fast right-hander.
So yeah, pretty much come out the chicane and get the toe, and then you can carry the toe for a good 5, 6, maybe even 7 seconds of full throttle application, which will gain you a fair chunk of time. Chopper Harris looking pretty stable on his lap, nice and smooth. Love to see a driver that just drives so effortlessly. I think Chopper Harris is going to improve. He gets himself inside the top 5 in a 28.8. 3.28's on the board, starting to become very congested. We've got Sibo on a lap with Mad G just in front on a lap as well. Oh, Sibo touched the inside curb there and it snapped the rear of the car. Something we need to be careful of. Any driver to note, Jensen, that stands out? Mad G 1.5
there's been a crash coming into the pits. Chris Stats has hit the back of the hat of, I think that's Sabo, into the pit lane, and it's a 5-second penalty, or 5 place good penalty, I mean, for Chris Stats. And let's see, is that only Chris Stats getting a penalty? Yes, it is. So he went into the back of him to the pits, so it's a bit unfortunate. F. Lewis spins out of
Red Bull looking in a neat and tidy
Third
lap. I
one's
don't
gonna-
quite know where he's going to be, but I think he
I
can
think
swap
it's
himself
gonna
up
be
into the 29s.
Definitely mid-pack.
22,
Good lap from
that's
Pedro.
P7.
Good
Strong
effort.
lap from Pedro, for sure. And I think that's just his first time run as well, so...
So Pelly is the only driver who's not come out yet.
Oh, he's
in
another
this
one.
session.
One of our... And another man that's made a recent change and found some time. Going to the no traction, so...
He's on the mediums in his box. Is he waiting until the very last moment where the
One lap
track
on the
is
medium.
perfect conditions
Could be.
for those medium tyres?
So who do we have? I think Magi's on an in lap. So welcome guys, welcome to everybody that's joined the stream. Please, if you haven't already, like the video. It would mean a lot to us, like the stream. If you haven't already, please sub to the channel. Building something new, so every sub counts. What were you saying, Jensen, sorry?
No, don't worry, I thought Ranger was on a lap, but he ain't using any energy, so I don't know.
He was?
Doing race runs maybe, I don't know what he might be doing, but it's car P16.
So I don't know if Rangers realises that he's done that lap without any ERS, unless he plans to go in the mediums himself, and that was just he was just kind of getting a sighter in now, before he goes back in to change the mediums, and Surge's
2-6.
invalidated again.
2-6, Chris.
Yeah, of course.
Pelly is out on track now.
Oh.
So he's chosen now to come out on track. Maybe just so there's time to maybe try again if he does.
Invalidate, that's a good point. Yeah. So maybe got enough fuel in the car to do 2 runs if needed.
Surge's going a bit slow. I think he's ran out of fuel on that. So he's currently P18 and last in the session.
So our top 10 as it stands, we have Mike and SPW in the front row, P1 and 2, second row Mataman and Tana, P3 and 4, third row Chopper Harris and Nelly, P5 and 6, fourth row Pedro and Dr. Special Energy, P7 and 8, and the fifth row Magi, P9, Sebo, P10, Mike, Kristaps, F. Lewis, Officer Duffy, Gentex, Ranger, Pelly, Surge, all outside the top 10. But expect to see big change. OTL usually gets quite feisty in the qualifying in the last couple of minutes. So I am positive driver positions are about to change in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, I bet Mike will want to keep that provisional pole he has got at the moment. He wants a second pole, but he wants to win, of course. That's literally all he's been saying. He wants to win. SPW could be a dark horse as well. He's good with the tyres usually,
and he is pretty strong at France.
He's got hard tyres as well.
I've been engaged in a battle with SPW at France before, and they became almost impossible to get past.
The 2 Irish blokes occupying the top 2 positions.
That's a very good point. So is that, I think Matoman just may be coming the last hairpin to complete a lap. He's a little down, but it could be up.
Pelly is not, Pelly's invalidated at this time, but I think he's
Matoman goes to 28.4, but doesn't gain any position. Sorry, Johnson.
That could be good for him at the end of the session.
Gentex from the Ceritri. I think I'm saying that right. I hope I'm saying that right. Apologies if I'm not. Please, if you haven't liked the video, sub to the channel to watch more of Gentex, if that's your man you're watching, of course. More of them all.
Not of Mike.
Not of Mike. Mike sucks. So, I'm trying to shuffle and figure out who is where. We have a Tauri in the last corner. That Tana's just on an outlap. Red Bull, is this Mikey completing a lap? It could be. He's half a second up, so Mikey's about to improve. Where does he put himself? He goes up to P4, 28.5 for
Good
Mikey.
lap.
So I think the
Yeah,
28 is going to be the brunt of the lap times for the lobby, to be honest. I think we're going to see most drivers, especially in the top 10, get inside there.
Mr. Saturday, Mikey, no longer Mr. Saturday, collecting his first podium last time out, I think, in...
So I think we've
Was
got
it? No, it
some
was Baku.
drivers. Interesting stuff to see guys just ignoring track limitations to try and get their outlaps done.
Yeah.
It's one that is something I don't like to see. I know
And
Adam
Kelly's
would
not going
probably
to come
be
out.
happy.
So Pelly will be starting in the back row of the
That's
grid.
not something you can be doing there, I don't think.
And Pelly's on his outlap actually, he's just got out on track. It might have been a bit too late. Oh, this is going to be very on the limit. No pun intended.
Oh, I see what you done there, Jensen. Oh, the first league pun of the season. Yes.
I swear I haven't made one before, but anyway, Mike's on his lap now. Mataman invalid. I don't think he's going to get another run in. Mikey, I think he will be able to. He's got plenty of fuel and he's building up.
So Mike,
No, he's
half a
gonna
bit
miss.
down at sector 1, Jensen.
Yeah, I think it's a good sector 1 he did put in. He definitely can make up a lot of time in sector 2. We saw him go a bit wide in the second part of the chicane, and he gets a bit closer that time. But he could definitely ride that a lot more, and as he goes through sector 2, he's only a tenth quicker. That's still something. And SPW is invalidated, so that's his qualifying done and dusted. Tanner, he's on his lap.
Officer Duffy gets himself into P5 there on his last run of the session into the 28.7, so I would think he'll be quite happy with that lap time.
Manu aims to be in the podium interviews tonight. And
I don't know if that excites me or scares me. Mike through the last hairpin to the
Ranger.
line. He is going to improve. Does Mike, can he put a big pressure on to take pole? He gets it down to 27.6. So
Great lap
where
from him.
is... I don't think Nelly's going to get close to him like with time, because Nelly's in the medium compound tyre. He is trying to improve, so we'll stay with... Where is SBW? He was invalidated,
he
wasn't
could jump up a lot of positions though. Nearly out, he's backed off.
So where is Tanner? Let's see, Tanner, can he get himself up somewhere that maybe gets himself further up the
And
grid? He's got a
Serge
lot more
P4
glitches,
and
horrible.
Topper Harris goes up to P5.
And Tanner goes P3.
And Tanner P3. And that...
Whoa,
that
and
is
that completes
qualifying
qualifying. So an order
Some very
maybe
fast
we're
late
not
laps.
used to there, Jensen. Mike from SPW, Tanner 3rd, Matt 4th, Serge 5th, Chopper Harris 6th, Mikey 7th, Doofy 8th, Nelly 9th, albeit on the medium compound tyre. Dr. Special Energy P10, Sebo 11, Pedro 12, Maggi 13, Kristaps 14, Eflus 15, 16 for Rangers, 17 for Gentex, and Pelly not going to lap on the board P18. So what's your biggest surprise there, Jensen?
Oh, everyone, literally everyone putting in the laps right at the end there. There was massive improvements there.
I did say we were going
That
to see
was
some
big.
movement on the leaderboard, but I didn't think it would quite be in
Tanner,
that
though.
fashion. Yes, that
I'd
is
say
probably the
Tanner was a
highlight
massive
lap.
surprise.
Yes, the highlight lap of the session has to come from the young Spaniard, the little Alonso. Hope you appreciate that, Tanner. Wouldn't have got pole, but had more speed. How close you think you could have got SPW? That makes the race interesting. Nelly,
If
good luck,
SPW is
P8.
if SPW
Nine.
was Spanish, he would be alright with you calling it that. You don't know if Tanner's an Alonso fan or not, but
That is very true.
hey, he's Spanish, so we just hear that.
Yes, Pelly. That's all we can do. Kristaps got a grid penalty, so that will promote you one position at least. You won't be just at the back of the grid, but yes, let's see what you can do from the back.
So there's a few key points here. So Mike's gonna be heading the soft runners, Nelly will be heading the medium runners, and Pelly, surely he's gonna go for like hard tyres or something. from the back of the grid,
yeah,
have a go.
yeah. I think if you're anywhere outside the top 10, I wouldn't say just top 10, because I think kind of P10 to P13, I think the mediums are a good shout. But then kind of
It's not
anything
very
after
easy
that,
to
I think.
overtake here as well, because there's so many places people would come back from.
Yes, DRS train incoming. Alonso is the best thing since slided bread.
Slided bread.
Oh, sliced. Oh, right. I just got the second bit. Skarma says, "Good luck.
Nah.
Good evening, Mr. Skarma."
I'm gonna take SPW's first comment there.
Slided bread. But then I guess you could say that's posh, because posh sandwiches are called sliders, aren't they? Well, small posh
Yeah,
sandwiches,
but
I guess.
what's that bread been sliding across though?
That's P1. Yes, Michael, it very much was. Don't bottle it.
That's
No.
2 pole positions.
In seriousness,
for
good luck.
Mike.
Yes.
Yeah.
Redemption time, young man.
Yeah, Mike is not seeing the podium for, I think, half a year now in league racing. But then again, he's only just came back to it, isn't he? But
I'm going to make it my
really
mission that if he
it.
gets a podium, Jensen, I'm just not going to talk to him.
I'll be
just
talking
kidding.
to him
I'm
anyway.
just kidding. Bottle it again tonight from Mr. Officer Doofy.
Me and Mike want to have a little switcheroo.
So guys, please, if you haven't, it's good to see this stream. Busy or busy for a new channel. Please, if you haven't, 17 watching, only 6 thumbs up. Like the video if you can. A new channel starting to grow. Every like helps. The more the merrier.
I think we're on 15 subs right now.
Yes,
17
and of
people
course,
watching.
sub to the channel.
Subscribe.
Yes,
Now.
do it. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be mean, but just sub to the channel, because it's the best
Helps
thing to
us
do.
out, doesn't it?
Do it for the
And
lads,
and
the little girl Stephen.
Oh yeah, the lads and the lass.
that lass, yes. Give me your slipstream, Michelle. Michelle.
So
do it,
Mad
yes,
G
Adam, do it. Adam gets it. Do it.
So I think coming from Mad G's comment now, I think he might have got impeded on his final runs.
Uh-oh.
Because he was on about lots of guys on cooldown laps, just on the racing line.
We now have Michelle and Stephen flirting in the chat. That was interesting. Or I should say, Michelle trying to flirt with Stephen. And I've just smashed something in my house. That was not good. What the hell was that?
Anyone that subscribes, you also got a bell,
You're a legend.
bell icon, don't you? And you get to get straight into our streams as soon as they go.
And you'll hear a lot more of my voice. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Depends on how people take it, you know.
I guess you could say that
thing.
I will become the voice of this channel. So maybe, I mean, if you want to just take your sub away and run, it's probably, I don't know.
Like Murray Walker was F1 or the voice of F1. Chris will be the voice of the Racing Hub.
I like that. I like that.
I am like the half voice. Of course, as I only do.
Yes, R.I.P.
OTL.
Mr. Walker. Midgie, we said a little piece at the start of the stream as well. It's a shame. The voice of many childhoods. So yeah. Let's have a good race for Mr. Murray. Should have been Sir. Don't know why he wasn't. Should have been Sir Murray.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
You have Sir Lewis Hamilton, but you don't have Sir Murray Walker. It's a bit. But hey ho.
We'll be doing some rules and regs this week to combat that, Chris, so you can help me. Help you what? If Chrissy's voice was a colour,
Rules
it
and
would be
regs.
grey. I mean, grey's not a
Rules and
bad
regs,
colour.
So I think he might be on about like rules and regs, like
Don't see a
discussing
next
like
one. Don't.
on track things. You know?
He would make a good Undertaker. I mean, if it pays well, I'm in. I don't know what you want me to say to that. If the wages are good, I'll do it.
I don't get it, the server business. Oh, we got it ready up.
From my G, so that is the 5 minutes, and Mr. Officer Doofy.
Yes.
Comment about Jensen. There is no comment about Jensen. Adam.
Hmm?
Adam saying there's a comment about Jensen, but there is none. I think he's maybe said a swear word in it and it's not put up. Or it's under review. Maybe. He's just chatting nonsense.
What do you mean there's a comment about me? No one's commented about me.
I know. I don't see it either.
You dickhead, Adam.
Look at the phone
So-
number. Good luck, Nelly. Good luck, everybody. Mike, SPW, Tana, Matt, Surge Chopper, Mikey, Doofy, Nelly, Special Energy, Sibo, Pedro, Maggi, Lewis, Ranger, GNTX, Pelly, Chris. That's everyone. Good luck. Have fun. Predict these strategies, seeing a two-stop. I can guarantee you the race winner will probably not to do that strategy.
No, I've
But
made
the
it as
two-stop
hard
does
as
work. I've seen the two-stop go against me.
that.
Could it rain? It's looking a bit dull. Don't tell us, chat. We don't want to know.
I was seeing a little bit of like, I don't know if that's little tiny bit of spray or is that just the engine. I think it's just the engine. It looks fairly decent.
And for some reason, I'm seeing like moths flying about the track. This is the size of bats. Don't know why they're there. Don't know if you've seen that, Jensen. Flies or something, but they were huge.
Nelly is a good idea. How about let someone else win? It'll be good. You know? We've only had like 3 different win. We were saying this about Glock last season and he just carried on winning, he just didn't care. And now Nelly is right at the top and he is doing the Glock thing at the moment.
I know, and is that Nelly? It's just not got the same ring. We need like Nelly's mantra. And then we'll need to get one for Little Irish. If he wins.
Yeah.
I think that's what we should do, Jensen. I think we should just figure out our grid of drivers and give them all a mantra. Like Officer's Doofy mantra would be, I am stupid. You know?
I mean, if you compare him to Charlotte,
Pedro's would be
ways,
Mr. Second Last. You see, we're getting somewhere. We're moving forward. Sorry, I mean silly. I think it's your race start, Jensen. Would that be correct?
I think so. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to take it, I guess. But yeah.
So here's to a good one.
Again. Let's hope it to be a good one. A lot of different tyres, of course. We've got 2 guys on the hards in the bottom 8. Let's see what people do. Wait for the lights. And here we go. The lights are counting down. We got 5 laps. And away we go for the French Grand Prix. And it's a great start from Mike and a great start from Tanner as well as alongside. And SPW's managed to jump Mike into the lead. All coming side by side into turn 1. A few cars off track there, but it looks like everyone's kept it clean. Let's go side by side coming into the end of sector 1. And look at, oh Mikey, is that Mikey going down the inside? It is. And oh, this is brilliant racing. Oh no, Mikey's hit the side of Mike. And oh no, what's just happened there on that one?
So I am unsure. Is Mike down in P3? Is that correct, Jensen? Is that what has happened there?
I think so, yeah. Mike not had the greatest start. Look at both McLarens now, 1 and 2. This is crazy. An SPW leading the race. He said that win when Canada was taken away from him. So he surely going to be looking to try and win this one. Mike is not out of the equation as well. Matterman sticking right with his teammate. Nelly up to P5 after that first lap as well.
So we have Pelly. Did Pelly start on the harder compound? He did.
How about Mad G? P7 on the hards as well. What a start from him.
Oh, contact between Pedro and Pelly, side by side racing, but they managed to get through that unscathed.
Mad G and Adam. Adam is right in the back of Mad G. They're side by side coming into the penultimate corner, but they're going to have to keep it. And Tanner in the pits. I think Tanner picked up a bit of damage. And
Tanner F-Lewis and Gentex, and there's surge on Adam now. Steaming through the overspeed he had there was insane.
Mad G, it's going to take a while for those hards to best the soft tyres on pace. Surge will have to try and get this move done quick if he wants any chance to get a gap ahead of Mad G. And here comes Nelly on Mikey already. Is Nelly going to activate? He's going to overtake. And is this going to be... And he's taken off overtake.
Sebo and Officer Duffy now as well. Sebo pulls back in beside Officer Duffy in the softer comp attack and brake just that little bit later.
Special Energy and Ranger, they're side by side there, and Pelly's right in the back of him also. And Dr. Special Energy doesn't get the best run, and Pelly's alongside. And is he going to go around the outside of Ranger as well? I think he is. And oh, this is going to be very close. They're keeping it clean. Good racing between all these guys. Ranger trying to hang up the inside, but Pelly
left. Brilliant racing there between the three of them, and a very good
spun. Adam spun and Pedro's hit him. Next it. Oh no, what's just happened between them? Pedro's picked up wing damage. Adam is all the way down to 14th. And SPW's almost got a DRS gap to his teammate right now. This is going very well for him.
Oh, and I think Mikey's SPW, Officer Duffy's absolutely cooked the tyres.
Oh, he's going to have to come in the pit, surely. And, oh, that's really unfortunate for Adam.
Here comes Dr. Special Energy and Ranger, sorry to jump in again. He's going to try one down the inside. Ranger tries to hang on the outside, he's going to be squeezed inside to outside to inside, but can't get the job done. Ranger defending for his absolute life and holds on to that position. Pelly now up 8, Jensen.
He's getting a right run on him, he's going to be on the right hand side of him, going down the straight. His Ranger's just going to let him go, he's not going to fight it. But he's still got the overtake on though. And oh, is he looking up the inside, but he's not going to go up the inside.
Oh, and I think Mike has got through, and Matoman closer to the front. Yes, he has. Mike's got through.
Now.
So here we go, top three fighting for the lead. Mike in a McLaren sandwich.
Oh, and Mikey on the back of Nelly, and oh, he's trying to find the gap there, but he can't. But yeah, top three within a second of each other. After the first 3 laps, Mike aiming to get his P1 back from SPW in these opening laps, and he's full sending it. Surely into turn 1, is he going to go for a move? He does.
The thing is though, no ERS. He's now at the front of the train, no ERS, and I think Mike's going to be in trouble here. I don't think he's going to have it. He should maybe just stay in the train. Yep. I think Mike could have took that opportunity in the little train to recharge a little. Although he's pulled a little gap there, Jensen, do you think SPW is going to be able to get a run here? Oh, he's closing very fast. Oh, here he comes. Oh, he's closing it. And Mike
going for a dummy move.
Oh, and Mike tried back round outside.
Made it work.
Not quite there. He says, "No, Mike, I'm just going to move over a little."
Mike is using his energy though. Mike is going to go for it again. He's going to try and come back, but SPW, he's got more energy. He could just defend from it that easily, and SPW keep the P1 for now. These two are going to have a great race for sure. Nelly's caught by a second over the last lap as well, so they've got to watch out for that Ferrari. He's coming up to this really fast.
Just had to grab myself a drink. Apologies, Jensen. This commentating is thirsty work. So, Mike on SPW, DRS open. And I think he's going to choose at this time maybe just to stay for a little while.
Smart about this.
Yeah. He needs to charge.
So lap 5. This is a pit window opening. If you
That'd
go
be for a two-stop? Yeah. So what would you go from here, Jensen, on a two-stop? Medium? I think it's the only choice, really, yeah.
Serge's got past Mikey. It's a P5, so he's recovered positions after his poor start. But here comes Mike.
Mataman looks poised to maybe have a jump as well.
And same with SPW, he's on the overtake also. Mike has disabled it, he's running on fumes at the moment.
So Nelly now 2.6 behind. I think the fact the guys with DRS is making it just a little longer for Nelly to slowly keep up on the pack, but he is catching, and if these guys are stretching to the one stop, Nelly will be on them before they need to pit. Mike now in 3% energy, Jensen.
Yeah, but he's made SPW has been forced to use a lot of energy.
Oh yes, that's a good point.
Mataman was about the same as Mike, and he is still the same.
So this is our closest battle on track at the moment as well.
Oh no, it's Mataman. Is he just lost the DRS? And he's
on SPW pits.
Yeah, SPW early pit. Is this going to be the hards? If he goes for hards, this is going to be a big one. A two-stop is going to lose in 25 seconds.
Let's watch. Oh yes. Mediums. So this looks like a two-stop from SPW, which does work. I've had a two-stop go against me when I tried the one-stop strat. So
yeah, but it's
hard.
It's a very it's a tricky situation. If you go for a one-stop, you have to really last the tyres. If you go for a two-stop, you're going to have to make up for a 25-second deficit.
Oh, and Mike has a snap of oversteer there coming through the end of the first sector. Nearly drops the car. Keeps it in check though.
There's Adam as well, in for his first pit stop of the race. After what wasn't the greatest start, he's going to come out of the pits here behind Pedro. So is Mike on a in-lap?
So Matt G all over the back of Mikey and his harder compound tyre, so the soft really starting to struggle now.
The Ferrari of Nelly is caught up to his next prey.
Sarah 3 says really exciting battle up front, yes. OTL tends to get very explosive in the last 10 laps of the race as well, so definitely worth hanging around for when the guys are this close. We have Mikey, Sebo, Pelly, all in a little four-way battle. Matt G in there as well, sorry.
Yeah, they're carrying on again. Oh, Mataman's in the pits. Is this going to be another two-stop for McLaren, or is this going to be a one-stop to combat Mike?
Mikey boxes as well.
It is a two-stop as well. Oh. I was hoping for a one-stop from Matt there. Maybe make it interesting, Mike, but Mike is, I think, trying the sensible idea, go for the one-stop, not have as much of a time loss.
Yeah, as it stands at the moment, I think the battle's probably between Mike and Nelly.
Yeah, championship leader by almost, actually over a win worth points. And he's missed the race also. He's won every race he's been in this season, Nelly, and he's aiming to try and get another one. But Mike has not had the poor opening laps as he did in Canada.
And there's been an instant there between Pelly and Sebo, not sure if there was space left there. But interesting one to see that back in return.
You get to see that?
I've seen it on board from Pelly. I'm unsure. Sebo was at a much tighter angle to take the corner. I'm really not sure what happened there. I think Pelly was ahead getting into the corner though. So he had the right to take his line.
Mike carries on another lap. He is making sure that those hards make it to the end. And there's the Ferrari coming out of the pits. He's got to watch out for his teammate.
I think that's an AI car as well. That was very close.
I think Nelly's going to have Mike on this lap here.
Yes.
Mike
Surge box season, Dr. Special Energy. Sorry, Jensen.
So I think these two will be the first to box onto the hards. And let's quickly see. Yep, Surge onto the hard tyre. Mikey onto the hard tyre a lap previous. Is he going to jump that past
Nelly
Surge?
on Mike, an easy DRS pass in the main first DRS zone of the track, and through he goes. Mike will probably come in this lap. I would think he would.
Yeah, he's got to. His tyres.
Pelly now in P4, Jensen, on his hards.
Pelly's had such a great first stint there. P4.
He's making lots of gains.
And Mad G as well. Mad G P3.
Kristaps as well on his medium, up 13 positions. So 3 standout drivers from near the back of the pack, that's for sure.
Oh, SPW, he's on the back of Cebu, coming into the fast right-hander. Is he going to go for a move? Cebu fighting for his life here. SPW tries to find the outside, but he can't. And he's going to have to hold on for another lap. And Mike stays out another lap. What is he doing?
I am not sure exactly
what is Mike doing here. Drive to the tyres explode?
It's a very strange one because it's now most definitely costing him time.
If he's really managed to make these tyres last this long, he must be treating them like babies.
And he's been having lots of twitchy moments through this section of track he's going through right now, so he has been pushing the rears, just not been massively delicate. Interesting to see his choices. Is he trying a soft to medium?
If he, it's gonna be very clean. Nah, I don't see him getting that. His tyres will explode in the final few laps for sure. Another battle. Pelly and Mad G is about to tense up. I think Mad G and Pelly, the gaps sort of stayed the same for the last lap. And Mad G doing a very good job.
So yeah, if Mike finishes in the podium, I'll be interested to see his thoughts on lap 9. It seems very late for the soft tyre. It's going to be lap 10. He's in now, so he boxes now, lap 10.
Yeah, he really left that late. Is it hard?
How many drivers? Where does he drop to in the circuit? This is a problem. He's going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He could lose about 6 positions here in his pit stop.
Medium tyres. Oh my.
And he's fallen way down. He's fallen way down. P8 now. He's going to be very close to on the borderline of P9 into turn 1 as well. He's going to be side by side with Surge.
Ranger. No, it's Ranger. Don't worry. And that's going to combat it out.
Oh,
Ranger sticks on the outside.
Mike goes through.
Yeah, he's going to keep that. He's got to treat those tyres well though. Mike has gone a very risky business with the strategy he's picked. And he's
come out the pits on this with only 30% energy as well.
Here comes SPW.
So not looking good on Kristaps, yes.
Kristaps, the next target for SPW. He's pushing as hard as he can. He's trying to make up for this 2-stop. He's 17 seconds behind Nelly as he makes a move in the fast right. Easy done for SPW. And now time to hunt the hard runner, Pelly. About to say Pedro there for some reason.
So I'm intrigued at what's happened to Pedro. He was on a hard compound tyre and then had to come in for a medium.
Yeah, Pedro, I think Adam spun and they both crashed into each other basically.
Yeah, but after that, Pedro went to the hard tyre after he's boxed from that incident,
Oh,
and
he's
now
boxed again.
Yeah, so he's 30
he's
seconds
very
off the
far
back.
down, isn't he?
I'm not sure exactly what's went wrong on that one. The McLaren boys recovering well now.
He's got to hope for a safety car to get his race back. Chopper Harris, I think he's stuck in P18 for this race. Pedro though, but if a safety car did come out, and Pedro's crashed out of the fast right-hander. As I was talking about him, he has lost it there, and here comes Nelly, and I think that settles it for Pedro there. Almost.
I think, has he got something wrong? I'm unsure.
Oh, Maggi and Pelly. Pelly and Maggi have had an instant. And Pelly's lost his front wing. Oh no, what's happened to these two? Maggi was going very slow out of the fast right-handers. And Pelly was
gets a
in the wall.
10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. So that will probably be one to be removed because he's, as you can see, utterly struggling with understeer there. Pelly can probably bolt on the medium. I think a medium will get him to the end.
He has to give it some tyre saving, of course, but I think he'll do well.
Oh, Chopper Harris's AI car.
Oh, that's going to be a bit of a problem.
That's what's messed up Pedro's race. The AI car coming out the pits. Yikes. So Pelly's away down in P14. He's going to come out. Yep, P14. With some time to find.
Yeah, Mike gets past Cebu.
"21 seconds, the gap between him and Nelly. So Nelly, I was just going to say, he would scheduled to box.
Surely. Will it be hard tyres? Surely it's going to be hard tyres, and it is.
Yes.
Didn't expect anything else really. And I think he's going to retain, looks like it's going to retain maybe P3.
Yeah, I think he will come out between the two McLaren boys by the looks of it.
Well, he might come out behind Matterman and close, but he does, and he might come out behind Mike as well. Mike and Nelly, they're both on the same, basically the same stint now. They're both going to the end. Mike's on the mediums, Nelly's on the hards. Mike has jumped back past Nelly. He's been putting a series of good laps in there.
So it's game time for Michael. Can he use what he's got to get away from Nelly? Nelly within the second, he's going to have DRS straight off the rip. Not quite, he does. So
a massive ERS advantage.
And double the juice.
The Surge also going to the end. It looks like he's 6.5 seconds behind his brother Nelly on 5-lap older tyres. So it's like those will be going for 20 laps. Matterman, the next car for Mike. Maybe he could use Matterman as the gateway to get away from Nelly.
That's a good point.
He does need to get a gap. If Nelly stays with him, Mike is going to lose this race come the end of the race when his tyres drop off.
Yes. And I mean, how long is it? He's only been on the mediums 3 laps, so should have good amount of guts in them as it stands.
Yeah, he's going to cross the line. That's his 4th lap on the mediums. And he sets the fastest lap with it. and Nelly staying really close to it.
Getting very calm and collected, Nelly.
And Mad G still leading this race, near enough to his pit window, and SPW right behind him.
And if he can keep the penalties away, SPW could be on for a really strong finish. So Mike is now creeping up onto Matoman. So he will have DRS to help him out on the defence against Nelly. That will help just keep him behind a little. But of course,
oh, he's gone a bit
guys...
wide. That is not good. You don't want to be doing that. And he's lost a bit of time to Mataman because of that. So he needs to get back close to him, make a move on the main straight. Mataman has a slight ERS advantage. Nearly a 25% ERS advantage over pair of them. But Mataman using
Nelly's
all the energy.
pushing now. He is looking, sets the fastest lap on his hard compound tyre, and he thought about maybe having a go at Mike there, but just stay behind for now.
Great pace. He's like battling for P2 at the moment. SPW starting to pull away from his teammate. So here comes Mike. He is on the attack on Mataman. Mataman, driver, really likes to have a good battle with these guys, and he's going to go around the outside. Is Mike? Mataman's going to hold up the inside. They're going to touch a little bit, and they're going to carry on side by side. This might invite Nelly, and it's a yellow flag in sector 1. I don't think there's anything, but they're going side by side coming. Is Nelly going to make it 3-1? I don't think he is. As they go for the right-hander, Nelly gets past also, so that is not favour Mike at all. That with Nelly getting by.
And now Mike has lost any DRS. Might have been.
Mike is a sitting duck. Nelly is on the pace. Mike derating on these mediums. It's not the situation you want to be in.
I think we're about to see Nelly make his move, Jensen.
Yeah,
here he
it's
comes.
going to be an easy one for Nelly, I think.
Oh,
he's going to
go to the
outside. He does.
Mike's
but Mike
holding
does
it.
not let him go though, and
good to throw on VSC out.
What's happened here? I think it's Mikey or Tanner, I think actually. Maybe? I don't know.
Not sure why that's came
An incident did happen. I would say there's no front wing on Kristaps' car. I think JN Tex and Kristaps had an incident. Maybe.
Oh yes.
So that has saved Mike for another day, and there goes the VSC. It goes, and Mike is safe, and he's got some more energy to defend from Nelly. Pedro, I think that's his first penalty of the race, or his second penalty. I mean, only Mataman with 6 seconds, Magi 3 seconds, Ranger with 6 seconds, Adam with 3 seconds, 10 seconds for Pelly. So
look at Mataman and Nelly here. He's not left them go. Nelly need to be careful there as much as he wants to make a move on Mike. Yeah, I need to be careful of Mataman trying something behind.
I do fear that might be what's going to happen here. Mataman gets a good run, but Nelly got an even better run. Nelly on the attack.
SPW boxed. Sorry.
Yeah, SPW. So he's on the 10 laps on the mediums. And he's going another 10 laps on these set of mediums. Push all the way to the end. Says SPW, let's do it. And he will come out in P6 at the moment. You come out in between the Renault and the Red Bull in P7. Now it's time for him to fight for this.
So a Surge pit he has.
I think a bit lap 7.
Pedro takes the fastest lap of the race.
Nelly's getting a run on Mike. He's getting really close. Is he going for a move? No, he's not. He's going to stick right there with him. Mike trusting that he's not making a move there. Mataman's still sticking with him.
So Mike is now doing a better job of conserving his ERS where necessary and using it where necessary, if that makes sense. But so is Nelly, just under 70% energy.
Yeah, Nelly giving it another go. He's sticking in the DRS. Oh, he cut the corner a little bit there. Don't want many of those. And he didn't pick up even a warning from that, so that's good for him.
Very lucky as well. Very
Mike
lucky.
has not. I think Mike's only picked up one this race. Mataman with the 2 penalties, of course. Serge with the 1 warning to his name.
So here comes Nelly this time, and I think this is going to be the overtake. Mike goes to
he's
defend
done
the
another
inside
dummy
line.
move for. And did he make the overtake the perfect time? Nah, Pedro's in the pits, so it won't be a safety car. Almost thought there'll be a safety car coming out there. That might have been.
That's what I thought. It could have been game on then.
Yeah, SPW no warnings as well, so he's going to go all out. He's on the back of Mad G, who is on the same strategy now as SPW. To the end on the mediums. SPW. Is he going to go for a move? Surely. Nah, he's not going to go for a move there. And there's another penalty for Pelly. Things just haven't gone his way since the crash.
So Mike's staying there with Nelly. The issue is the tyres, yes.
Yeah. At the moment, it's a Nelly Mike Serge podium on course 4. But I think SPW might catch up to Serge before the end of the race.
I think Mike could be in puncture zone as well. Nelly's going to get DRS off this back marker, so make life a little harder.
He didn't exactly get the best run though on his teammate. Mike is getting a good run himself, and he's staying right there, and he's managed to slot in with that. And what's to happen here?
Very, very interesting.
They're both on the same amount of energy now, Mike and Nelly. It's a game on between these two. Nelly is near enough about where his tyres will start to drive a bit faster than Mike.
So Maggi's a lot of energy. If you look at the battle, Maggi's, I think SPW is going to find it hard being 5% ERS and Maggi on 40%, 45%. Well, it's not going to be easy for SPW to get a... Yeah, it's not going to be easy to get that move done. So there's Mataman box and P3.
These two could catch up though. They can both get past at the end of the race on Mataman. Yeah, he's in the pits. Soft tyres. Too early or too late for Mataman to go for a soft air. He has to make them last 8 laps. I think that's going to be a bit of a
mission.
It's going to be a bit of a stretch, that. And he'll come out behind Dr. Special Energy.
1 second, Jensen. So where are we? I think SPW
Oh, it's a yellow
has now
flag.
got
It's Mikey.
through.
Is that? No, it's not Mikey. It's F. Lewis, I think. He's having off in the final sector, but
No damage, fortunately.
7 to go, and Mike has to make his tyres last 7 more laps. This is about the stage where the
Yellow
tyres.
flag, sector 3.
I think it's F. Lewis letting the guys through there.
Ah, right, fair enough.
Mike needs something like a safety car.
Yes. Could we see, if Mike has a tyre failure, what we could be scheduled to see that brother podium?
Yeah, it could be that. Be aware that SPW is on the mission to get that podium back. And he's 4.5 seconds behind Surge now. So he's got to get a move on. But Nelly's still having to use a lot of energy actually. He is down on 25%, Mike on 40%. Mike is forcing Nelly into a false sense of security here. Because Nelly is usually up there 60+% all race, but he's in a battle this race, and it's not being easy for him.
Oh, Mike needs to be careful there, that might have been a warning for that one. He did. It was. Mike's still pacing reasonably well. He's still pretty much even on his sector splits.
If Mike does make these tyres last though, that'll be very heroic ride. Very heroic tyre saving.
And what I would say is, if he's made this tyre last this long, and he stayed that close to Nelly, what could have been if he went soft to hard?
I'll tell you what, if the opportunity dies out, Mike could still get a podium if he does pit though, because if you look at the gaps, I think he'll only fall just ahead of Mikey, or just ahead of Matterman.
Yellow flag,
it's yellow flag. It's Mikey. Mikey's had the off. And I don't know what that might have been. It might have been between him and Matterman or him and Mad G. I don't know. But Mike's going to carry on. Yeah, he is.
So interesting, I think that's maybe just been a small spin. Unsure. SPW now 1.8 behind Surge, closing in quickly.
Oh man.
Tensions rise. Oh, what happens here? If Mike has a puncture...
What would make the race better though? A safety car or this carrying on as it is? So I don't know. This is the first actual race I think this season since Spain.
Yes, there is lots to play for in these closing laps.
Oh, Mike's going overtake now. Mike's pushing it on Nelly. He's going to go for a move, I think, and he goes on the inside. And Mike, I think, is going to make the move on Nelly. Nelly holds in the outside, and Mike tried it, but he's going to stick his nose on the inside. But Nelly holds his own there.
Very even on ERS now between the two rivals.
Yeah, Mike just used a lot out of that chicane. Mike is getting desperate now. And SPW is now on the back of Surge. This is for the final podium position.
It's close.
And Surge and SPW, it might be the same situation as Mad G. The Surge's got a bit more energy than SPW. Mad G gone 70% now. And he's got Maxman over the back of him here. And is that Mike closing in, pointing to the braking zone? He is.
Oh, and Mike's got a penalty.
Oh!
Mike has a penalty.
Oh no! Surely he's gonna pit now. Maybe not. If he's either gonna just cruise home or try and stick it out. I hope Nelly gets a penalty, but I don't think Nelly's even had a single warning this race.
Yeah,
No, he hasn't.
1, 6, 3. Oh, I think that's just Kristaps getting out of the way of a lead guy.
Yeah, I think that's Kristaps. Yeah. So Mike carrying on. If he doesn't pit next lap, he's 100% going to the end, because I don't think. Yeah.
The question is, does the tyre hold up?
15 laps it's done already.
You can see he's really starting to struggle now. The car is plagued with understeer. There's just no grip in the front end.
He might, I think he's in the 70s now, might be. He might be in the mid 60s at least. 70s he might be close to now. So he's got to be careful. Mike does. He'll be able to tell us what his percentage was anyway after the race.
Yes.
As long as he holds on. And speaking of holding on, SPW and Surge, this is the podium position here. SPW looking for a second podium of the season. Surge looking for his first of the season. We make two moves, but SPW is to go through into P3 on these mediums. And Mike is now a second off Nelly. If Mike's tyres were in the puncture zone, I would say he'd be dropping off much more than what he is at the moment. So I think he is kept them very well. And I saw him on Grand Prix mode before the race. Taking a big moment there.
2 to go. Micah will be praying the tyres stay within. And I definitely think, looking at that pace, and I think Mike would have won this race on the hard compound tyre, even with the penalty.
Yeah.
The pace he's held in that medium compound tyre.
It's a very interesting one. That he's really dropped off now, hasn't he? Mike is limping, I think.
Yes, this car is struggling. Another 1 second dropped out just in a sector of race track there. So, great.
No warnings for Surge, 2 for SPW. SPW's got to keep it clean for these next 2 laps. So it's still to play for this podium. Especially with Mike limping at the moment. A pit stop now will probably a bit too late for him. So he's got to try and make these last. He's now 3.1 seconds back.
Good thing is SPW is not gaining massively. P2, as long as the tyres stay intact for this last lap to go, is very secure. But maybe what could have been.
Nelly about to start his final lap of the race. And the thing about tyres, if it's past 80%, it's all about how hard you push them. If you push them very hard in one corner, it's a puncture. If you manage to treat them carefully, you can get them much further. So Mike doesn't have to push too hard. As long as he keeps 3 seconds ahead of SPW's.
It could have been lean fuel as well here. He is coaxing the tyres home.
Oh, look at that. He's really coasting it now. Oh, he's got a puncture. He's got a puncture on the front right. He's got his front right. Can Mike get it to the end of the race? Oh my god.
So we'll watch the
He's got to drive very carefully on this.
17.7 behind. Oh, so much understeer. He does not want to be doing that because he's going to get penalties.
And he's a 5-second penalty.
penalty.
And that might be over for Mike.
Oh no, he could lose out in the podium completely here. We'll stay on board with SPW 17.3 behind
Mike.
now.
Go, go, go.
He's going
Mike.
full Lewis Hamilton.
He could still do this. He could still do this. Oh, the tyre has not.
So much
the tyre has not properly popped yet, though. The tyre has not had its big pop. He's really making it go, though. He could still do it. And it's a big moment. Oh, if he gets this to the end, this is going to be big. Nelly, he's going to cross the line. He's going to take his 4th win of the season. And Mike, is he going to hang on to this podium?
Oh, and he's just
12.5 seconds. It's like Silverstone 2020 over again.
If he has 2 3-second time penalties.
I think he's done it.
Has he done it?
He has done it. He might have done it. He had an 8-second penalty.
Oh, I think.
Here comes SPW.
Is SPW going to get it? Oh, he's weaving. I don't think he realises.
And Mike keeps the P2.
Oh, he gets it. SPW got it. He got P2.
And Serge does not manage to get Mike as well. Serge dropped out a little bit at the end there. SPW,
what an ending.
Just P2. Mike, wow. Driving the wheels off the car, literally. No pun intended. Again, but what a drive from him.
Yeah, so Nelly wins the race. SPW takes P2, Mike P3, Surge 4, Mad G5, Matoman 6, Mikey 7, Dr. Special Energy 8, Tana 9, Doofy will come home, P10, will Pelly get him in penalties? He doesn't, P10 for Doofy, P11 for Pelly, Sibo goes up to P11, but I think Pelly has a 10-second time penalty that will come off. J Entex will be P13, Ranger 14, Chris that's 15, F Lewis 16, Chopper Harris P17. What an ending, Jensen.
Wow.
What an ending. So we'll get Mike and Nelly in for a chit chat.
I recorded my own view of it, but I didn't have any like talking enabled for some reason.
Talking enabled? Oh, when you recorded your side. I see.
Yeah.
So where is Nelly?
That's my bad. I'll be sure to have it ready for next week, as we could get some race highlights videos maybe up on the channel.
Why do I not see Nelly?
Or you.
Where is he? Where are you, Nelly? Envy Nelly. Because I'm looking at the wrong place because I'm a tube. So we'll get the guys in for a chit chat. Nelly takes home the win. SPW P2, very good drive from SPW. A very, very good performance. Mad G notable as well, P13 to P5, 8 positions gained. Our next biggest gainer outside our race winner. And to speak of the devil himself, we will chat to, oh, do you wish to do it, Jensen? Is it you?
You could chat to Nelly, I'll chat to Mike.
Right,
Do you want to do
Nelly.
Evening,
Congratulations,
guys.
sir.
Thank you.
That was looked tense. We knew from our standpoint Mike was pushing a strategy that was very bold and very risky. And at one point it looked like he was going to stay with you all the way until the end of the race, until about 3 to go. I think Mike had to really get off the pace because the tyres just gave up. And then it was just a cruise home to victory. But I think the key to your race was in the first stint.
Just survived the first sector. There was so much chaos. Went from 9th to 5th, and then get past. I think it was Mikey in the Red Bull. Just stay ahead of him, and then just look after the tyres to the end of the race. A lot went on. It was a pretty simple strategy, but a lot went on. So, it was just survive the first corner and just bring it home. Mike's bloody quick. Wow.
Yes. Me and Jensen were saying maybe what could have been if your strategies maybe reflected and you were both on the hard compound tyre at the end of the race. I think that would have been a lot closer, and maybe even a different outcome at the end. I think Mike trying to stretch his early stint put him into a big bit of traffic early in his second stint. I'm not quite sure how quick. I'm sure Jensen will ask him how quick he cleared the traffic. But I think you two are going to be two to watch as the season goes forward.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to having some battles. Definitely having some battles. Yeah, you're like you said. I think we all know the medium hard strategy is the fastest, but it's just where you come out after you pit from the softs. But yeah, until like 3 laps to go before Mike hit the cliff, I wasn't too worried, but I was still a bit worried. You always got when you know someone's that quick, you still got to keep an eye in your mirrors. So yeah, it was just all good. And shout out to Serge as well, first and fourth. Great race for us family.
Yes, we actually thought we were going to get it. We were going to get our first brother chat in the comms box at the one time, but SPW looked he was very strong at the end of the race in his 2-stop strategy and just pipped him, I think, with 3 to go.
Yeah. It was a really strong race, and everyone has some great pace. So yeah, shout out to everyone.
So congratulations anyway.
Good.
Very well driven, and I will pass it over to Jensen and the little Irishman.
Yes, I've been waiting to do this for a long time. Michael, welcome to the podium.
Thanks, Jensen.
I do not know how you managed to do that. That was one of the most well-driven races I've seen. Soft to mediums around France. Never thought it would be possible, but you've definitely proven us wrong today. Tell us how your race went.
I think 2 weeks in a row now I've had a very bad start, and that's cost me in the long run. SPW and Mataman both got past at the start. I think that ultimately cost me a good few seconds. But again, GG to Nelly and SPW. They came home with the better strategy at the end of the day.
Still, though, I'd say that strategy was definitely almost played out for you there. You were keeping right with Nelly on when the tyres were about 15 laps old even. Do you know exactly what percentage the tyres were when you got the puncture?
Yeah, so I got the penalty with 3 or 4 laps to go, and that's where I kind of said, right, I'll just leave him, let him go, and focus my own race now. The front left was nearing upon 90% by the end of the race, and the front right, the tyre that actually blew up, I don't even think was that high over 80. My left was the worst tyre by about 14%, so yeah, it's unlucky. Well, I didn't realise ghosting was on as well, or off. I think that may have cost me P2 because Ranger just came at the end and we had a little bit of a bump.
We saw a few incidents happen here and there with the ghosting off. But yeah, it was sort of like a 2020 Silverstone-esque moment there. You know, Hamilton.
It went down the straight and I was like, oh no, I need to hold on here. I was watching SPW coming down, and then, yeah, he just got in within, I think, 1.6 seconds at the end. He got it by.
But still, though, I'll definitely say that's a satisfying podium for you. Would you say the same?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. P3, can't complain after last week. Definitely not.
Well, that's all I have to say. Chris, do you have anything to say to the Irish person?
No, I think the strategy was bold, like I said earlier, and as Nelly said, we know that the medium hard or even the soft hard is probably the more optimum strategy, but I like to see somebody try something different, and it was close, you know. So maybe another day, like Mike says, if you're not captured up in the traffic and then he's maybe not got so much traffic then in his second stint, maybe that strategy just works. So yeah, well done, Michael. I think very well driven, and we will chew on in the last few corners of the track to bring the car home in tricky conditions.
Definitely.
And obviously,
Can I just give a-
congratulations to Nelly.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, on you go, Nelly.
Can I? Yeah, I was just going to say thank you. I was just going to say, can I give a really big shout out to obviously remembering Murray today. It's brilliant that me and Serge could finish so high today because we grew up with him together, watching him together. I know I was like I was only like 2 or 3 years old, but I still remember watching him with Serge. So yeah, we really drove with the spirit of the greatest commentator in sporting history. So big shout out to him.
Yes, and what would you say? What's the word?
Well said.
Ditto to that, for sure. So, on that note, we have one last call to make. Jensen, the driver of the day.
It's a very hard call to make.
I think
Who thought France could be exciting?
SPW drove a good race, but I think he's starting to show consistency now. I don't think that was maybe a driver of the day performance. I think that was a very well executed strategy. I think the driver that stood out to me, maybe further from the back, who gained a lot, would be Matt G.
Yeah. He made the hard stint work so well as well. I think only 15 seconds off the 2 stopping guys, and he ended up being ahead of SPW after he stopped, so he really played the strategy very well.
So do we unanimously agree on that one?
Yes. I
So-
could agree, sir.
On that note, the driver of the day is named. OTL will be back the same time next week. And maybe, just maybe, Michael may be able to clarify, we'll have some information about what is next for the new channel. Is that right, Mike? We should have some info by next Monday on what's next for the channel.
Yeah, definitely.
Good stuff. So on that note, guys, remember and sub, don't forget, it's a new channel, like the video, and we'll see you next week.